Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay. He's doing good. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Yeah, I do apologize. I should have let you guys know. The UK, I think we went backwards. Yeah, we went backwards 1 hour due to light saving stuff, which is a little bit complicated for me as well. So I should let you guys know in the Telegram. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock for me, so I'm on time. But it's just an hour. An hour late for all you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna stay true to the UK time and be consistent with that, because I have been in a situation before thinking, do I go back an hour or forward an hour? And then I'll just stay true to the UK time. So yeah, it is 10 o'clock where I am, but it is so it's obviously an hour ahead of for you guys. So I do apologize, should let you guys know. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, welcome everyone. I hope everyone's doing good. Good morning. Yeah, on what you realise, fair play, all in Japan, but yeah, due to daylight saving. I was wondering why you went live an hour late. I realised that London Open was also an hour late too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the. I mean, I'm pretty sure other countries will be doing it as well next week. So I think US, they do it as well next week, so they'll be in the same time as me as well. I'm not too sure about everywhere else though. I don't think a lot of African countries do it, to be fair. I don't think they do. Okay, what made a huge down move today? Morning Zesty, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing good. Morning Faber, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing good. Yogesh, welcome. Anis, welcome. Israel, welcome. Moshe, welcome everyone, welcome to the stream, hope everyone's doing good. Good month as well. Cami, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing good. How many trades do you take per month? Well, it varies sometimes. Well, on the average, I would say about 8 to 10 is the average I take a month. Sometimes if I'm a little bit more active, sometimes it could go up to maybe 13, 14 trades, 15 sometimes, but yeah, 8 to 10 is like the average. You know, always looking for the quality setups when they come, you know, take the trade, you know, averaging around, you know, 2 or 3 trades a week. So that kind of, you know, after 4 weeks is about 10 trades. But yeah, so yeah, we had an interesting start to the week. Obviously we do have the interest rates coming out later on Wednesday, I believe. So tomorrow, for US dollar. So we should see some fireworks tomorrow, for the dollar. So do watch out for that, guys. But yeah, I was in a trade earlier on Monday. Unfortunately, did end up in a loss there. Huge down move there for USD. I was buying it yesterday on this hourly candle here. Really nice entry. Stop loss just below. Looking for push back to the highs of the range here. So USD for me was just moving sideways. Looking to see if we can hold this area for continuation higher. However, we failed to hold that level. Broke straight through and the market is now melting to the downside. So with this trade here, just got the direction completely wrong with this one. Was looking for another swing up. However, the market maintained that bearish momentum, broke back below the level again, and is still heading to the downside. So started off the week with a loss there, but beggars can't be choosers, have to lose at some point, don't you? So yeah, L with that one, but we move on to the next trade, and again with this one, I just got the direction completely wrong because as you can see, the market's still melting to the downside, and it looks like we are maybe seeing a reversal or at least a bigger trend move to the downside. We do have this area here to watch out for. Let me change the color of that, blue. Okay, so we do have that level there. The market could be looking to interact with or break through. We'll have to see, but yeah, nothing there for USD. Let me know what pairs you guys are trading. I mean, there is a lot of opportunities, but I do have to be careful with Wednesday, especially for me as well. If I'm looking to hold my trades for multiple days, you know, I could be caught in the firing line of fire tomorrow. DXY, or sure thing, we'll take a look at the DXY, of course. Sorry, Miko, previous week I am not available because I am out of town. No problem. You know, whenever you're back in town, tune into the streams. We're here. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. It's been a pleasure being here. Great to hear, my man. Great to hear. USD-CAD, of course, we'll take a look. IFI, I'll just call you IFI. But yeah, USD-CAD, we'll take a look. USD-CAD, no problem. So yeah, I'm looking at the dollar pairs to be honest. USD-CAD, I was talking about this one on my weekly analysis. If you haven't checked it out, feel free to go do so. But yeah, I was talking about USD-CAD coming to this 1.35 region, which we failed to break through last week. So we came into the level, rejected it, did see some upside, and I was talking to you guys about seeing some more upside this week as well. We did see price react with this level. However, it didn't sustain. Nice reaction to the upside. However, this morning and Asian session, we've broken back below, and looks like we're headed back down to 1.35. And looks like the market just printed another lower high in reference to these lower highs up here. So with this information for USD-CAD, most likely we'll see a push back into the support. But again, I'm still overall bullish on USD-CAD because we haven't broken through this low here, this swing low. As long as we don't break through that low, I'm still bullish. I'm still going to be looking for buy opportunities, but right now there is nothing there. We most likely will continue back down again into that support. So if you are selling it, looking good for that. If you are looking to sell, you know, something like this could be a nice opportunity to sell. If we were to see a bit of a correction, something like that back down to 1.35, a nice retest of this region here would look good. Other than that, I'll probably just say leave this one be until we get there. Then we can see what can happen at that level. Either we reject it, see some nice rejection, then we could look to buy it back up again, or we see price break structure and head a lot lower. So yeah, USD CAD for me, after that momentum, after that printing of that lower high, it's looking like 1.35 is where it's heading. So at best, I would say probably for the rest of the day, or maybe for 1 or 2 days, you could see more downside. So if you do get a pullback, shorts do look good on the lower time frames, like hourly, 30 minutes, something like that. But yeah, 1.35 is where I'm looking to see what price will do next. Because if we break through, then we could see a lot more downside for USD CAD. Because on the higher time frames, we are trading in this huge range here, as you can see. So we could actually see something like this happen for USD CAD, which could give us a lot more downside. So I am staying glued to see what happens at that support, because for me, if that breaks, it could mean a lot more downside. But yeah, at the moment, I'm not really seeing much opportunities there for USD CAD unless you're on the lower time frames. Gold, sure thing, we'll take a look at gold. Gold's actually a pair that I'm looking at a lot this week. Hopefully I can get a trade on that one soon. But yeah, gold, we'll take a look, no problem, Cami. AUD course, looking to go short on retest of resistance. Okay, we'll take a look. Hey Julius, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Silver as well. Okay, silver. I haven't looked at silver in a long time. CAD yen, of course, we'll take a look. Okay, start with gold. So gold is the pair that I'm looking to short this week. Looking for price to come back down to these lows here and take out these lows. We did come pretty close a couple weeks ago now over here. Market didn't quite take out those lows. Nice push up again, and now we've broken through some structure. So I'm looking for us to roll back over to the downside for gold. I was talking about potentially a test of this area here, which is where price could be looking to head towards. We could be looking to tap into that level, form a lower high, then roll over. You can see we formed higher there, higher high, broke through structure, could form a lower high for that continuation back down. So gold for me is looking very, very good for a move to the downside. At the moment, things are a little bit bullish, so I wouldn't be looking to jump in straight away for those shorts. And like I said, we might still come a little bit higher into 160, into 1655. So yeah, gold for me, I'm only looking for shorts for this one this week. Not interested in the buys at all. If it does break through and starts flying to the upside, then I'll just reanalyze the pair. But for me, my analysis is definitely to the downside for now, and we'll be looking for shorts for this one. So 1655 is my area of interest. If we start creating resistance around here, I will probably look into shorting as well, because if I do whip out the old Fibonacci, you can see we're not too far away from that 0.5, which where price can react from. Maybe this swing low here as well on the left. Oh, that is horrible. Maybe this swing low here on the left, price could be react with as well. So I will be looking out for that. But preferably, if we can come a little bit higher, 1655, we'll look for shorts around there for another move to the downside. And targets basically back down to 1615. And then I'm looking at 1600 as well, the next big psychological level for gold, since we've been reacting with 1700 pretty well. As you can see here, this is our 1700 zone. If I just, there we go. You can see really nice support was resistance. So now I'm looking for the next big psychological level, which is 1600 underneath us just there. So that's the plan I have for gold. More downside for this one. Currently looking bullish, but for me, I'll just be treating that as another pullback and getting ready to short it back down. So that's what I'll be looking for gold. Let me know if any of you guys are looking for something similar. Okay, so I'll take a look at AUD and ZD, see what's going on with that pair. CAD yen, of course, no problem, happy to help. Good morning, Carsten, welcome to the stream. If you look at pound NZD, sounds like hitting major resistance. Okay, we'll have a little look, see. But first, let me take a look at AUD and ZD. So AUD and ZD still rolling over to the downside. What are you looking for this one? Looking to short on a retest of resistance. Okay, so is there a specific level of resistance you're talking about, or just generally looking to short on a retest of resistance? So yeah, this one is coming down quite heavy. very heavy. It's obviously reacted with that monthly level up there, and it's coming down pretty heavy after breaking some structure on the left. So with this one, we are coming to major areas here on the left, which could be the start of maybe a pullback, or we could actually break straight through. So we do have to keep that in mind. If you work on the lower time frames, it's not too important. But if you are looking for the next swing, it's probably not the best place to do that. So if you are looking for the retest of structure, I would say around 1.0104 looks like a good place to do that. Another pullback into there, some shorts. On the lower time frames, we're getting a little bit corrective now. The market's a little bit tired, so I would avoid shorting down here, especially coming to that weekly level as well. There's a strong chance we could look to retrace. So I'd probably wait for a bigger move to the upside for AUD, but you're perfectly right to be looking for shorts. The market, the full H, the hourly, even daily is showing a lot of bearish momentum, bearish structure, lower lows, lower highs. So a retest of resistance 100% makes sense. But after this strong down move, you do want to be seeing some type of correction before looking to get back involved with the market. Because right now, we've had a strong down move. Most likely the market's going to be getting ready to retrace. So you don't want to be shorting when the market's already made its move. Wait for it to come up again, then look to place your shorts. But yeah, a retest of that level there will look very, very good indeed. Just need to see if we can actually get up there. Silver, okay, we'll take a look. Hopefully that helped. Israel, let me know if it did. And let me know if there's a specific level you're talking about as well. Unless you're talking about the full H level there. But yeah, silver. So silver's very similar to gold. And wow, silver is really pushing up higher. Interesting, because gold has seen a move not as big as that one, but it's still pretty bullish. So silver's actually taking out these highs there. So with this, silver is a little bit interesting, because to me, that when I look at it at first glance, it just looks like consolidation. So it would not be the ideal conditions for me to looking for trades. Gold looks a lot cleaner. But with this move to the upside, silver is coming into a key area here on the left. So I'm going to be looking to see what silver does here, because gold and silver are very heavily correlated. So if silver does react with this level and see a move to the downside, 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, gold will do something similar. Obviously, maybe not from the same, kind of area, but gold will probably make a move to the downside as well if silver does. So yeah, silver's coming into this area. I mean, I see people probably start talking about head and shoulder here, but for me, that's not a very good head and shoulder pattern, especially where it is, and the fact that we haven't taken out those lows, and also the fact that we are printing some higher lows as well. It's not the best sign there. So yeah, silver coming to a key area. I would say if you're focusing on the current structure, silver, is bullish here. You can see the low, the high, the higher low, the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now it's making higher highs. So if you're looking to trade silver, if we do react at this level, most likely we'll retrace, and then there might actually be some buys down here to take it back up again from this area. Oh, wrong tool. So something like this, another pullback, another higher low, another pushback down again. So if you're looking to trade silver, I'll say buys are your best bet from around 19.4. Obviously coming to resistance now, so I wouldn't say there's much to do. Obviously there's no real sign if you're going to respect the resistance or not. There could be some shorts, but obviously there's no sign of that just yet. So yeah, pay attention to see what happens at 20. There's obviously a chance we could just break straight through as well. But yeah, it is trading at a key level, so see what happens at that level. If we can start throwing some wicks, reject that level, see some downside. But if you can come back to around 19.4, 19.3, buys do look good there, take it back up again. So yeah, keep an eye out for that for silver, but at the moment there's nothing much to do. We see what price does at that resistance, unless you're already in the position, of course. But yeah, there's nothing really much to do with this one. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that price action. Gold looks a lot cleaner in my books. And looks like gold's not too far from that level, so may get a trade later today. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm going to be a bit wary of actually getting to gold, just because of the interest rates tomorrow. I mean, if I do get into gold today, hopefully I can get to like break even by tomorrow. Well, it's the end of tomorrow, so yeah, hopefully by the end of tomorrow. Just to manage risk. If not, I'll see. Worst that happens, you lose a trade, so not that bad. Okay, so I hope that made sense on silver. Let me know what you're looking for on silver as well. CAD Yen will take a look, no problem. Pound NZD, that was on my watch list this week, but it's actually made some unexpected moves for me. So I'm a little bit on the sidelines for that one. I'm monitoring it though, but I'm a little bit on the sidelines for that one. Let's see what happens next, but we'll go over it. Pound USD, of course, Julius will take a look. Hi MKKM, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I caught the buy on gold. My sell limits at 1658.4. Okay, we'll take a look. GBP, what? Terrible films. You talking about pound in general or GBP summon? Yeah, same level. Thanks, Miko. No problem, Israel. Happy to help. But yeah, we'll take a look at, is it CAD Yen? CAD Yen, now we'll go on to pound NZD. So CAD Yen, another JPY pair. Okay, seen some downside. It looks like we have seen some downside for the JPY pairs. So yeah, we have seen a bit of downside for the JPY pairs. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like JPY could be taking a bit of a breather. Okay, so CAD Yen for me, again, still pretty bullish on this one. We were holding on to this level here pretty well. You can see there's wicks there on the daily. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks there, so a lot of rejection around here. So there was pretty high chance that the market was going to react with this level to see a move to the upside. And I did say we're looking for a push back into 110 up there. So we're not too far away from that. We're kind of in like the midpoint between the two levels. So typically in this area, I don't really like to get engaged because I don't really have too much of an edge. In these areas, obviously the buyers are favored. Here, the sellers are favored. Here, it's a bit of both, really. So I tend to stay away, when I've got a clear zone of support and resistance. I tend to stay away from the middle. Same thing with like a range as well. Don't really like to enter ranges, in the middle of the range because, just it doesn't really make too much sense. So if this one, I said on my weekly analysis, if you can get a move to the downside and buys from back up around 107, 600 look good. However, we didn't quite see that. I think we were respecting this area for a little bit around here, but we broke through that. So with CAD Yen, I'll still be looking for buys. There'll be probably two areas. I'd favor another push back down here, but we might not get that. Price might only react with this level and then see another move higher. But preferably if you can come back down to 107, 600, that'll be a much better place to go long and see the next continuation to the upside. You can see we've got this low here, higher low, could print a third one and then the bigger move, or price might just get to here, few wicks, and then see the next leg to the upside for CAD Yen. So yeah, bullish bias definitely for CAD Yen. Obviously taking up those highs is giving us some more signs. Obviously right now things are looking pretty bearish, but as traders it's not necessarily our job to predict the market and see where the market's going to go. All we want to do is look at the most probable move the market can make next and then obviously trade that move. And right now that is most likely to the upside. You can see the daily chart still pointing up. Higher highs and higher lows, respecting structure. 4H pushing to the upside, higher lows just broke through that structure as well. So buys right now are definitely the best bet. But yeah, we'll see if price reacts. Obviously, I'm a big fan of candlestick patterns to enter trades. So, see if price reacts with the level and then use that as evidence to, enter your trades. But at the moment, nothing. But keep an eye out for 108 500 and 107 600 as well. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Pound NZD, we'll take a look. Pound NZD, Pound USD, and I'll see what your position is on gold hauler. What I think of AUD CAD, we'll get to it, don't worry. But yeah, Pound NZD. So Pound NZD this week, I was looking for some buys for this one. However, we broke through this support here. So that is a big question mark for me for the buys. It hasn't broken through this support, which is kind of the critical support for pound NZD, because if it breaks through this, then for me the sellers have definitely won that battle. Well, I don't want to say for definite, but most likely have won that battle, and we probably will see a lot more downside. We do have a lot of clean price action here on the left, where the market could go look to fill, back down to this consolidation here, which is around the 1.91, 1.9 mark. So there is a lot of downsides for pound NZD if you do snap through this level at 1.95. I was expecting the market to go higher this week. Same for Euro NZD as well. If we can hold that support, another move higher, or a break of this resistance, another move higher. However, the market respected that resistance, came back down, and has broken through that support. So my analysis for the week at the moment is kind of invalid with those breaks of those levels. I'm not really looking to buy from here. The market could be forming a bigger head and shoulder here for a bigger collapse to the downside. So if it does break through 1.95, 1.96 we'll call it. If it does break through 1.96, it could be game over for pound NZD, and we could be seeing a lot more downside for that one. So do watch out for these areas here. But yeah, you might be able to snatch a buy to the upside. Nothing too crazy though. Maybe something like that, back up to 1.972. It's still 138 pips, so because it is obviously a strong support, we could still respect it. So you could probably catch a nice buy back up to there. But again, I wouldn't push it too far, because we could be seeing this head and shoulder pattern, at play here. So don't want to get caught on the wrong sides for pound NZD, and I'm going to be holding off my buys until we get back above this level. So yeah, keep an eye on what we do here at 1.96. If we respect it, probably some nice buys, short-term buys into 1.972. If we break through, retest, a lot of downsides on the cards. We could be looking at 1.91 all the way down there. So hopefully that helped. Okay, we'll take a look at pound USD. Next, now we'll go on to gold. 80 CAD as well. I'm not in any trades currently. I was in Euro NZD yesterday, but I took a loss on that one. So at the moment, no positions. I'm looking at gold a lot, and it is coming into my area that I'm looking to short from. So could be looking at getting gold later today, probably. Obviously, we'll have to see. I'm not trying to predict the future, because if I don't get an entry signal, I'm not going to try and force it, and I might just wait till tomorrow morning. But I will be looking at trading gold this week, hopefully. But yeah, not in any positions at the moment. Okay, so pound USD. Pound USD, we did see a lot of downside for this one. But we failed to get back underneath this high. So for me, pound USD is an interesting area, because with Euro USD, which I haven't actually analyzed yet, I'll get to soon. With Euro USD, we had this lower high, and I said to you guys, if we stay below this, we'll be expecting to see price roll over, back down to this area. And we got that move pretty early in the week. Didn't manage to catch that trade. It was kind of already moving when I was looking at the market, so didn't manage to catch that rollover. But Euro USD, we had that big fake out to the upside there, and then we had the price roll over. But pound USD, you can see you had the level, but it's not really a fake out, because price is respecting that resistance now as support. So technically, we've got a break and retest on our hands, and we could actually be looking at pound USD going a lot higher, because I was talking about price potentially coming into 1.18, which is that price swing low there on the left. So this low here, I did say there's a chance we could be looking at a push into 1.18 before we do see a bigger downside move. At the moment, price is respecting this broken resistance, that support. So right now, buys are probably the best bet for pound USD. Obviously, I wouldn't buy it here. We've just seen a strong up move. We are coming into some areas here on the 1H where price might start to struggle. So I'd probably say, if you get a down move, a higher low formation, and then push back up again, something like that could be a nice buy for pound. And as for targets, simply back to these highs make the most sense there for pound USD. And that's all if we stay above that resistance there. Now turn support, of course. So yeah, but for now, buys are probably the best bet for pound USD. I'm not really a buyer of this market. If we do come down a little bit lower, I'll probably look to buy somewhere around here. But I'm not really a buyer of this market, so I'll probably wait to see if we can have that push phase, and then I'll look to sell it back down again. Or if your USD can come back up to this area here, and then sell it back down again. As long as we don't break back above that resistance, it's still a fake out for me. So yeah, pound USD still looking for sells. Same with euro. At the moment, pound's respecting those highs, so definitely for day traders, buys looking like your best bet. So if you do see a pullback, another down move, buys will look good. Obviously, I wouldn't entertain buys right now. Price is trading to resistance, so I would refrain from looking to buy at the moment. But if you can pull back, high or low will look good for some buys, maybe later in the day, or if not, tomorrow morning, London session. So yeah, buys for me, pound USD make the most sense. And obviously targets, you don't have to look for 1.18. These targets here are definitely good enough to look at. 1.16100 and also 1.16400. So do keep an eye out for those areas. Is anyone trading pound USD at the moment, or looking to trade it? Morning, Richard. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Welcome. We're at 1.5 right now on pound USD. Yes, we are trading at 1.5. We are trading at 1.5. If price holds that, we could be trading at 1.6, maybe 1.65 as well, which is basically back to highs. Euro USD, sure thing. Malik, is it Malik? Or Malik? Either way, it sounds like a cool name. Sure thing, we'll do Euro USD, no problem. Aliens there just did that one, but I'll quickly glance over that. Just looking for a break and retest on that one, I'm pretty sure. I'll do Euro USD. Me, of course. Yeah, I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Terrible films. Me, of course, as in you're trading pound USD. Good morning, life in the UK. Hope you're good. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. I hope everyone's doing good, to be fair. It's a new month, just started November. Wishing everyone a good November. Last 2 months of the year, let's make it a good one, or good too. Okay, so take a look at euro. So I was briefly going over euro there, and basically for euro USD, I'm looking for sells for this one. I was trying to look for euro USD, but I was on euro USD. Euro USD, as you can see by the arrow, still looking for sells for this one. We did have this fake out last week above that high. You can see a very strong up move to the upside, breaking through the highs, then an equally strong down move to the downside, breaking back underneath that level. So that was telling me that was a nice fake out there. I did say coming into the week, a retest of that level would be nice for some shorts. Another move back down into that level. That was pretty much the kind of setup that I did draw out. If you guys want to follow me on TradingView, feel free to do that. I do share my setups there. But that's what I was looking for Euro USD. So I was looking for one more test of that level for price to roll over back down to that support. Unfortunately for me though, we didn't quite see that move back up. Price kind of just opened up, went sideways for a little bit during London, and then it pretty much just started to melt during New York or kind of midday. So I did kind of miss that entry there, and it wasn't the biggest move, but it was a nice move down to those lows, which obviously price is now reacting with. But again, we do have this bullish trend which the market is respecting, which is probably why we can see another move higher. But this is the critical level here for me, so that will determine if Euro USD wants to go a lot higher, and we could be seeing a reversal maybe, or if Euro USD is still in the downtrend and still wants to climb a lot lower. Because if we break through this, it will tell me that this isn't a fake out. This is actually price creating a new higher high. And now what we can expect is probably a new higher high past that. And also the fact that we have broken through this trend line, might mean that price actually wants to go and take out, this high over here and actually start to have that bigger reversal. Because Euro USD has been in a crazy downtrend for quite a while. And we don't normally see trends like this last so long. And when they do come to an end, they normally have a pretty nice correctional phase. So, we could be coming up to that phase pretty soon for Euro USD. But I would like to see price get above 0.9935, so around that area there, and then that will tell me that the buyers are stepping in, and I'll be expecting price to go a lot higher. But for now, I'll see what price does at this resistance here. So for me, I'll be waiting to see if we can get a retest of probably this area here as well. So coming into this high, I'll still be looking at some shorts. So 0.996 and 0.999 around those areas as well. I'll be looking for shorts for another move back down again. And I'll see what Euro USD can do from there. And if we just break through both of them, then that's when I'll start to flip my buys to bullish and see how high we can go, maybe back up to 1.01, 1.01800. So yeah, that's kind of my outlook there for Euro USD. So I'll see what happens with these levels, and then I'll look to change my mind potentially. Okay, so yeah, hopefully that made sense on Euro USD. Looking at pound NZD, okay. Are you looking for buys or sells, Dylan? Just joining up. Nice. Life in the UK. Are you looking at any pairs live in the UK? Any trades going on? Or are you just monitoring? Yeah, happy new month to you too, Israel. Waiting for buys on US 30. Okay, we'll talk about US 30. US 30 was flying last week. US 30 was flying last week. No problem. Yeah. Mailcare? Is it Mailcare? Mailcare? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just my British accent messing things up. Or is it Malicare? Malicare. Yeah, I'm gonna say Malicare. I think it is. I mean, hopefully it is. Morning cleaning services. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. I'm doing good. Hope you are well as well. I've been looking at 80 CAD. I haven't actually looked at 80 CAD. Someone did request 80 CAD and I did miss that one, so that did remind me. Looking at 80 CAD, sell around 0.87710, around those areas. What are your thoughts? Okay, we'll take a look at 80 CAD. Is it easy to follow you on TradingView? Yes, it is pretty easy. Just search my name on TradingView on like the, let me show you now. If you just go to TradingView profile, so if you just search it there on the left, I don't know if you can see it on the screen just up there. So if you search my name, it should probably come up. I'm pretty sure. Yes, is your USD training? It could be looking to change trend. The thing is, like with that question, it could be or could not be. I'm not really. I've tried the past to try and look to guess trends and reversals, but for me, it's just really stressful because you're trying to anticipate, what could or could not be, and as a trader, it doesn't really matter if the trend reverses or not, because we can still profit in both directions. So the clearest kind of approach to my trading, at least that I've found, is just keep shorting the market as long as there's bearish structure, and when it breaks, that's when you look to buy. And you're not going to be right all the time, because sometimes you'll miss reversals, sometimes a pullback will turn into a reversal, but it's like the less stressful way, because I'm not trying to predict anything. So the break of the trend line, it's a sign that the market is looking to change trends. But the way I confirm my trend changes or trend reversals is with structure, and that's my lower high, and price hasn't taken that out yet. So I'm still bearish bias for Euro USD, but yeah, breaking through that trend line is definitely a sign that the market could be looking to change. So that's how I'll leave it at that. I mean, as for now, my bias is pretty clear for Euro USD. Still looking at sells from those areas up there until we break through that resistance, and that's when I'll start to look for buys. UCC Chef will take a look as well. It's pronounced Malik. Yeah, Malik. So yeah, I think I'm saying it right. Or Malika. Yeah, it's the whole stream is just me trying to pronounce your name. Yeah, you got it. From London as well. Okay, nice. Big up everyone from. I was gonna say big up everyone from London, but I'll say UK as well, because I know I've got some people from Manchester and Birmingham as well. But yeah, we'll take a look at AUD CAD. So someone did request AUD CAD earlier, and I'm pretty sure I forgot to do it. So we'll take a look now. So AUD CAD. Okay, so yeah, AUD CAD's an interesting one. I mean, everything for me is still looking bearish. Again, high time frames still give me a clear structure that the market's still bearish. Obviously, we're in a retracement phase right now, as you can see with these higher lows with those wicks and that rejection and that big move to the upside. But the market could still be looking to roll over and continue its bearish move. So if the market doesn't break through this area here, I'll still be expecting the market to roll over to the downside. There is some red flags though with AUD CAD, with all of these wicks here. This is not a good sign that the market wants to go lower. It could still go lower, but it might mean that the market wants to have a push up first, maybe a fake out, or maybe like a big spike before it actually decides to go lower. So normally with my experience, when I see the market, especially in the 4H time frame, start giving me a lot of wicks like this, normally I kind of wait for a move to happen to the upside. And if that move just gives me a big wick or a big candle and it starts to roll back over, that's when I start to look to start to execute my short positions. Because in the past, I've had a short bias and then the market's been producing a lot of wicks to the downside, but I still go short. Most of the time, the market will fake me out the trade and then go in my direction. So when I start to see wicks like this, normally I'm waiting for the market to give me an up move, and then after I'll look to give me some nice sells. But yeah, this is not really a good sign. You don't really want to short into that. These are all attempts of the market trying to roll over, but each time we try to roll over, or head down I should say, the market is rejected. So yeah, from a 4H perspective, my bias will still be bearish as well, but I do want to see probably a strong move up, fail to break through that, give me a little high on maybe the hourly, and then shorts will look a lot better from that. But yeah, I still agree with the bias for this one. Higher time frame is still looking bearish, so I'm still looking to stay in tune with what the higher time frames are doing. You said you're looking to go short from a particular price. What price was that? 0.87710, 7710, 7710, 7710. So that's around here. So yeah, we could see a push into that. Are you talking about this level here? That would actually be nice, to be fair. That would actually be nice if you could see a big move into that level, and then potentially the market could roll over, because that way you've kind of dodged the bullet, shorting into these areas, because we know buyers, are kind of winning the battle right now. So we don't really want to be placing our trades in these areas here right now. So if you can see a big push up and the market starts to reject these areas, that could be a nice little level to look at for some shorts. And of course, if the market does break through that, it might mean that actually we want to push back to highs. So yeah, I would say 0.877 is actually a nice area to look to short. I think you're probably talking about this low here taken across, so it does make sense. But yeah, those wicks there on the 4H is a slight red flag. So yeah, cleaning services, I do agree with that one. With these wicks, we most likely will see a move higher. Then yeah, see if we can start to reject it and come back down again. If the market just keeps flying, then it's probably because it wants to come back to these highs anyway. So yeah, keep an eye out for those areas. But we probably will see a move to get there anyway. But I mean, my bias is still down, so I do agree with you on that one. USDC Chef will take a look as well. Although predicting is stressful, yeah, 100%. Predicting is so stressful. It's stressful because you can never actually know if you're correct or not until it's happened. So, trying to predict something is just a lose-lose situation, because you can predict something, be right, and then you try and predict it again, be wrong, and then what? you know. Yeah, you're going to be right sometimes, you're going to be wrong sometimes as well. So there's no point. Just have a plan in the market of a way to approach and a way to trade, and just execute that. You know, your plan will allow you to follow the market. If it's trending up, you know, you take advantage of the buys. If it's coming back down, you can take advantage of the sells. And you know, if you're wrong, get out the trade, you know, and look for the next setup. But predicting is definitely hard work. You can do it for fun, but as long as you don't take the prediction too seriously, and you know, try and force the market to try and go in a certain way, because that's when it gets very, very ugly. You know, you can predict for fun. You know, I do that quite a lot, to be fair, but I try not to take it too seriously, because you know, with new information, new data, I can change my bias pretty quickly. It's like, for example, pound NZD, I was looking for price to come back to these highs up there, but the fact that we are taking out these lows is not a good sign. So right now I'm kind of be on the sidelines until we get back above that level, and if we don't, I'll probably just stay away from it. And if you break through this, it could actually mean that we're probably going to see a bigger move to the downside back into these lows. But yeah, we'll take a look at USD CHF, see what's happening with that pair. So again, another dollar pair. Okay, so USD CHF, this was actually on my bonus pair this week. If you guys haven't checked out my weekly analysis, feel free to go do so. It's on the channel now. But yeah, I was talking about price coming back up into this resistance again around 1.004, 1.005. We just about tapped into it yesterday before price did roll over. So a nice push to the upside from that area. Price is now coming back into this area. So USD is obviously giving us some clear signs that we're failing to move higher. You can see we've got, you know, higher highs here, but now the market is starting to print us lower highs. And we're also getting frequent, strong bearish pullbacks as well, which is also not a good sign. You know, when you want to be seeing a healthy bullish trend, you want to be seeing structure like this. You know, not too frequent pullbacks, a lot of space between the pullbacks. But when you're getting pullbacks so aggressive and frequent, you know, it's a big sign that the market is starting to tire, and potentially, it's not 100%, but potentially could actually reverse as well. So with these signs here, you know, buys still look good because we haven't broken structure yet technically, but I wouldn't look to push the trades too far. So for USD CHF coming into, let me just clean up the chart for a second. For USD CHF coming into this area, we could see a reaction, you know, back up into maybe these wicks here, you know, something like this. We could see something like this happen, but I wouldn't really push the trade further than that, because we are starting to print these lower highs here, which is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. It means that we could actually be looking at, you know, move back into these lows and maybe price going further as well. So for me, USD CHF is giving a lot of signs that the market could be looking to roll over and potentially reverse. So I'd say we are coming to some strong support, but if you are looking for buys, I wouldn't push it too far. 0.99936 looks good, but after that we could see another dive to the downside, and we could be looking at trading back at these lows pretty soonish at 0.98400. So again, this is another kind of example, you know, of why I predict the market is not always the best thing to do. Because for this one, on my weekly analysis, I was talking about buys, you know, a push back into the resistance here, and I said if you can break through this, probably back to those highs up there as well. However, you can see momentum's coming back with the bears breaking to the downside, respecting that prior high. And with this new information, you know, I'd most likely expect to see a move back down to these lows, rather than the market breaking through this resistance here and coming back to these highs. So, you know, the market will always print new data, new information. Take that into your arsenal, and you know, you can reevaluate your bias from that. But yeah, USD CHF is trading at nice support, so obviously you don't want to sell it into that. So buys are probably looking the best option for now, but at the same time, I wouldn't push those trades too far, because I would expect price to probably roll over and return back to this support here at 0.986600. So hopefully that made sense there for USD CHF. Yeah, at the moment looking at JPY and Euro USD, I think there may be some good setups after FOMC tomorrow. Yeah, there probably will be actually. I reckon there'll probably be some some spikes. Not sure which direction, of course, but probably see something, fake outs happen, which could set up for some really nice trades tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry, the day after, Thursday London, Thursday New York. I do think there'll probably be some nice setups. I'm still focused on gold, so if I don't enter a trade later today, I'm probably not sure if I enter Wednesday. I don't think there's too much of a point, because I remember I did enter a trade on gold. Where is it? Oh, I've gone way too far. I did enter a trade on gold over here, on some shorts around here, and then luckily for me, I had a spike to the downside in my favor first. So luckily for me, I could actually take some profit, and I went break even just to see the market spike back up against me and take me out of the trade. So when the market is moving a little bit corrective, I'll probably just wait for the news to happen, then look to enter after and trade my bias. But gold, I'm still looking at shorts. As long as we don't take out this high here, I'm still looking at shorts for gold. But yeah, if I don't get an entry late today, I'll probably wait for Thursday to trade it. Pound yen, we'll take a look. The bang, we'll take a look, no problem. Hey, Alistair, welcome to the welcome to the trade. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Did you look at SPY? What's SPY or SPX? Yeah, what is that? I think no, you don't trade news, but I believe some big move can come in the market depending on what the Feds do. Yeah, of course, some big moves will most likely happen tomorrow. I mean, to be fair, whatever they do, most likely will cause some type of ruckus in the markets. So yeah, most likely something will happen tomorrow. Don't forget to leave a like, much appreciated. And yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't done already. I do go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you are enjoying the streams, please be sure to leave a like on the stream. But yeah, we'll take a look at pound yen. No problem. No problem, Levin. Happy to help. Feeling buys on USD CAD. Okay. I mean, I did say buys for USD CAD will look good at 135, but I probably wouldn't look to buy the pair now. Also, yeah, I'll take a look at USD as well, but first I'll take a look at pound yen. Okay, so pound yen, I was talking about this one on my weekly analysis, and I said we do have some areas here at 174. I'm looking to see if the market can come into and test. So it's around this area here, so that's support time resistance. Again, we do have to go pretty far for when price is trading this area, 2016, because we just haven't traded at these areas for a very, very long time. So I'm looking to see if pound yen can move up and test those areas up there and see some more upside basically. But we're having some retracement right now. I did say for pound yen, a retest of this resistance and this trend line could present some nice buys here. So if we can hold above this level here, I do think pound yen could see another push higher and a continuation back up to 174. If we do break through, I'll still be bullish on the pair, but I probably would hold off for the buys for now, just because we're breaking through that trend line and breaking through that resistance, and all of that will be time resistance. I mean, breaking through that support and all that will be time resistance. So we could see something like this happen and a deeper move to the downside. So as long as price doesn't take out this low here, I'll still be looking for longs. The market can come down, do whatever it likes. I'll still be looking to see if I can buy it back up again eventually. But it might mean that if we break through this, the market just wants to correct for a little bit longer first before we do see the buys come back in. But right now, pound yen for me is at a really nice area to be looking for some longs. 169, 867 around these areas here. If the market can present some nice bullish candlesticks, shift in momentum, I would say look to go long at these areas. Right now, obviously, still looking pretty bearish, so not really having much confirmation just yet that the market is about to turn. And obviously, we don't have to, we could break through. But if you do start to see some bullish momentum coming back in these areas, I would say pound yen is looking really good for some buys. It's definitely looking good for some buys. that is an area that I would expect to see the market push from. You can see we've got this high over there, low, high, looking for that new low to form for the continuation back up again. So yeah, pound gen for me, great place for some buys. I'd wait for some confirmations though, because things are still looking bearish. I mean, we just had the closure of that candle, didn't we? It's just gone 11 UK time. So yeah, if we can get like a nice shift in momentum, strong bullish engulfing, that could be a nice entry there with that new candle. If we just continue to push through, then obviously there is no trade there. But keep an eye out to see how the next hourly candle closes, which is obviously going to be in an hour's time for now, since that candle just closed right now. But yeah, at the moment, big wick, sign that the market is slowing down. Just need to wait for the market to shift bullish on the hourly, or again, whatever time frame you're looking at. But yeah, nothing quite yet there for pound gen, but great place to be looking for some longs. Okay, we'll take a look. Okay, so okay, I'll take a look at USD CAD as well, USDJPY. I think, yeah, Life in UK said you're looking to buy USDJ. Wait, no, you're not looking to buy USDJPY. You just said you're looking at USDJPY, but I probably suspect you are looking to buy though. So yeah, USDJ, yeah, it's an interesting one, because I did say on my weekly analysis that buys do look good pretty early on, but we didn't actually retest that level there. So I think we opened for the market around here-ish, yeah, around there, and we kind of just flew to the upside a little bit. So I did say if we can come back and retest this area, that could be a nice place for some longs. However, we didn't actually quite get that retest there. So yeah, USJPY coming back now. I'm not liking it as much. Reason being, we've got this high over here. The market didn't get back up there. It actually formed a lower high and came back down. And we're forming lower lows here as well. So yeah, the buys for USJPY is still the direction I'll be favoring. Reason being, you can see how bullish this market is. The higher highs and higher lows are still intact in the higher time frames, but it might mean that we could see that third drive to the downside, which is what I was talking about on my weekly analysis, before we do have a bigger move higher. So we could see a third move for that third lower low, sorry, and then the bigger move up. But the buy here is just a little bit aggressive for my liking now. It could still work though. It could still work. It's still a good opportunity, just slightly risky. There's a difference between a bad trade and a riskier trade. A riskier trade is still a good trade, just slightly riskier. A bad trade is something that doesn't fit your plan, or you just made it up on the spot or something. So yeah, we could see a reaction from that. It's probably not a trade that I'll look to take. So yeah, I'd rather price come back down again, retest the support, or make a lower low, and then buy it back up again. Because we do have this beautiful level down here, which I'm looking to see if the market come and retest as well. So that would be a great place to go along. But yeah, USJPY, my bias is still bullish for now. Still bullish for now, but we are correcting. So I want to see how far we can go with that. But I would only be looking for buyers for USJPY. Not interested in the sales at the moment, and that's the same for most JPY pairs. CAD Yen almost came into that level there before start pulling back a little bit, but yeah, CAD Yen still favoring longs there. Pound Yen still favoring longs there. Euro Yen, yeah, that was a little bit choppy. CHF choppy as well, but if you can respect this low, I do think that some buys would be looking good there. And the JPY, that one's pushing quite strong actually. So yeah, JPY pairs for me is still pretty bullish. I'll still be expecting price to push higher, but it depends on if we can get a confirmation. So hey, thank you so much, Sizwe. Yeah, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, but thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the content, please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. It really does help out the channel. Like as well. I do appreciate all of you guys who like the stream and have subscribed as well. Okay, so I will take a look at USD CAD as well. Euro Yen, full screen graphics, no problem. We'll take a look. You're right, Miko, definitely looking for buys, especially if the Feds maintains their aggressiveness with the interest hikes. If they are dovish, then I may change my buys. Okay, I mean, yeah, same with me. I'm still pretty, expecting the dollar to be strong. Looking at the DXY, which I haven't actually taken a look at yet. And I remember Anus did request that earlier in the stream. So yeah, I'm still expecting more upside for the DXY. I'm giving the DXY, a fair bit of room, as this is my price swing low in the market. So technically the DXY could do anything there before going bullish. But yeah, the DXY has come into this level here, so it is reacting with that, hence the bearish candle, and why we're seeing some downside right now. But we have come back above this low here, so we might even see something like this happen for another move higher up. So yeah, I'm still bullish on the dollar. Still be looking for buying opportunities for it. Right now it's a little bit hit and miss, so I wouldn't look to enter any kind of trades favoring dollar strength right now. Still seeing a lot of signs of weakness. Gold's not looking good to sell. Euro USD is not looking good to sell. Pound USD is not looking good to sell. I haven't looked at the other dollar pairs. Pound USD CAD is not looking that good to buy just yet. I'll go into that in a second. USD JPY is not looking good to buy just yet either. So yeah, for me, the dollar pairs are not quite ready to be bought yet. They're all showing signs of some more weakness in the dollar, and even the DXY is showing some signs of more weakness in the dollar as well. So yeah, I agree with that, but we'll see. Things can change pretty quickly. Things can change. So what pair was I supposed to look at? USD CAD. So USD CAD, like I said, 1.35 for me looks like a good area to buy, because obviously this is our price swing low in the market. So we've got the high up there, we've got the low, we've got the new high. Now the market's correctively come back down into that low. It did respect it pretty well last week, a nice move to the upside, and now it looks like we're coming back down again. So I did say early in the stream, sells look like the best bet for now on a retest of that structure. I'm not too sure if we'll get up there. If we do, fantastic. If we don't, on to the next opportunity. But if you are looking to buy USD CAD, 1.35 looks like a good place to do that. And again, I wouldn't push that trade too far either, because we still do have these lower highs in the market. So each time the buyers do step back in, the market fails to create a higher high and it comes back down, fails to create a higher high, comes back down. So most likely, if we do respect this area, we'll push up, maybe a lower high, and probably break down and actually break through the level. So if you are looking to buy USD CAD, it's coming into a nice level at 1.35. So I can't argue much with that, but I would say looking to push the trade too far doesn't make too much sense based on what the market is doing there. So yeah, you can probably snap a decent amount of pips, to be fair. Let me measure from that level to that level. Still 85 pips, so that'll still be a nice trade up there. But it's kind of a similar setup to USD CHF as well, where I think we can probably see some temporary upside, but most likely will come back down. If we break through that level, then yeah, most likely we'll be heading to these lows anyway. So yeah, USD CAD, USD CHF, both coming to some strong support where we could see some bullish reaction, but I would favor the sells at the moment for them. So yeah, if you're looking to buy USD CAD, it's coming to a nice level, but I just wouldn't push it too far, because I do think we can see some more weakness for both of them, and it doesn't look too good for dollar at the moment either. It doesn't look too good, especially reacting with that level like it's done. And gold is still pushing almost at that level there. So I'll see what gold gives me, because there's a chance that gold could just fly straight through, because silver has done something pretty similar. You can see silver just flew straight through both of those levels there with no regard to those levels. So gold could do something similar. Silver and gold, I found that normally silver is kind of like the leading market, and then gold kind of lags behind a little bit. They both kind of do the same thing, so I only trade gold, but silver and gold very heavily correlated, and what I found is silver normally makes the move and then gold normally follows it shortly after. Not all the time, but 70% of the time it's normally what happens. So yeah, if gold doesn't respect this level, I'll hold back. I'll see what we do back at these highs. I'll still be looking for shorts as long as we don't break through this point here. to take it back down. But like I said, if I don't get a trade today, I may just wait till Thursday after the news. Let the fireworks have their fun. I know gold's gonna do something crazy. It normally does. So I'll probably just wait till after before entering. But for now, the bias is still pretty much the short side. Euro yen, I'll take a look. Full screen graphics, no problemo. Okay, so Euro yen is looking pretty bearish right now. Seems a nice downside here. So for me, this tells me that Euro yen could maybe come back into this low. Again, I'm still bullish on the pair, but we're obviously getting some signs that the market is failing to go higher. So we've got a strong move to the downside here, as you can see, falling this low. Markets come back up into that same low there again, come back up into that same high, failed to break through, and so it could be coming into that same low. So this could be seen as a range, but to me, it looks like the market is failing to move higher and probably is looking to take a breather. Again, I'm not going to say anything like reverse or anything because we're a long way from that. You know, we've got our main low all the way back, you know, down here and down at these areas. So we could still see corrections like such for the market to go bullish again. So it just means that we could be seeing a bit of a counter trend move, some retracement in the market, and some more downside, maybe even back to this area here as well, which is at 144.889. So for me, Euro yen could be seeing a lot more downside into this level here, something like that, and maybe even breakthrough as well. So yeah, sales are looking good. It's a little bit aggressive, obviously, because the high time frames are still bullish, but based on what the 4H is doing, based on what the hourly is doing, based on the fact that we failed to break through these highs here, you know, it does tell me that Euro yen most likely is going to have a bit more retracement. So this level here was at 144.896, looks good. Maybe pushing it to these wicks a little bit too aggressive, actually. So yeah, pushing to 145.856 looks good, and even 145.600 there as well. So Euro yen for me, I can see a bit more downside for this one, and likewise there might be some nice buys, you know, coming into these levels to buy it back up again. But there is some clear signs that the market is failing to push through, and most likely we could be seeing a breather at this point. So hopefully that made sense there on Euro yen. Hey Arturo, welcome to the stream. What's up? I'm doing good, hope you are as well. Could you check out natural gas? No problem. It went crazy this last couple days. Okay, we'll have a little look. See. Folko, welcome to the stream. AUSD is looking good on the 1H time frame. Okay, we'll take a look at AU as well. But first, let's get on to natural gas. What is natural gas? Is it NAG? No, it's not NAG. Is it any? Yeah, I think it's that. Is it that? I don't know. No, it is not that. Oh, it was NG. Was it this one? Did I clear the chart? I think this looks very similar. So I didn't think I cleared the chart, but I think it is it. I think it is it. Yeah, it must be. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is it. It might be. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so yeah, we have seen some upside for this one. Last time we were looking at natural gas, I think we were trading around here, weren't we? Yeah, because I definitely don't remember. Actually, no. We did see that gap. Thursday, 27th. Yeah, we did see that gap in the market. Entry, exclamation mark. Okay, calm. So yeah, I remember we did see that gap in the market. I think we did. Because Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, I was live on Thursday. So yeah, we did see that gap in the market. We have come back into this area here. Excuse me. So this is where we had the consolidation. Had that huge breakup to the downside. Now the market has come back to revisit that area. So yeah, we've seen some interesting price action because we've taken out these lows here, which are very critical lows. You know, gave us this high in the market, and we've taken out those lows here. So for me, I'll be expecting to see some type of reaction now for for this market to the downside. It is obviously starting to show some signs of that. On the hourly chart, it still is bullish for me. You know, we could probably still see a move higher first, something like this, because we are coming back down. We might see something like that. You get a third lower high and then roll over. You've got the high there, lower high, could see a third one, and then the move back down. But as of right now, coming to this support, especially with that down move, I'll probably favor some buys first before the bigger sells. So 6.050 around this area here could be a nice setup for some longs, especially in that consolidation. You can see big move, a little bit of a breather, and a big move coming from that same area. So no buyers. We'll be looking to get excited around these areas here. So we could see a nice reaction, but based on the higher time frames and what the 4H is doing at that level, I would expect to see natural gas probably roll back over again. So yeah, I mean, what are you looking to do, Altura and natural gas? You're looking to buy, sell, ready in a trade? You know, I'm interested to know, because you do like smaller trades, don't you? I'm not sure. Do you do 30-minute or something, 15-minute time frame? But yeah, on the hourly, what I can see is there's some buys for some sells later on. You know, I wouldn't really want to buy into this 4H range there. So yeah, I do think we'll probably start to roll over pretty soon and maybe come back to those areas, unless we get back inside the range, of course. But yeah, we'll take a look at AUSD as well. Have a look at AU. No, I have not looked at AU yet. It's going up to a nice resistance at 0.65200. I think there might be some sells coming into play. Still looking for sells down to 0.6200. Okay, we'll have a little look see. I got a nice short at 6.37 to 6.11. Okay, so back at these areas here, really nice entry there coming into that range. Well, the broken support, at least term resistance. So all of that area there, really nice entry there, Toro. I usually go short on natural gas. I don't like going long unless it's for a very short time frame. Okay, I do like that, to be fair. I have seen some people who trade in specific kind of markets, like peso, for example, who only look to go short. I mean, a big reason because the swap cost, I'm pretty sure, because I remember when I was buying peso, the swap cost was insane. So yeah. If you are looking to go short again, I'll obviously wait for another move higher up before looking to go short. But yeah, nice trade there coming to that level. But yeah, I haven't actually looked at AU yet, so I will get onto AU. Got a couple of crests for that. Hello, Oliver, welcome to the stream. Oh, Oliver. Yeah, Oliver, I think I'm saying that right. Good evening. Hope you are doing good. Welcome to the stream. It's actually good afternoon for me, actually. Or is it still good morning because it's not 12 yet? Yeah, it's probably still good morning. Okay, so AUSD. Well, yeah, okay, so yeah, AUSD for this one. Seeing some nice upside right now. What level were you talking about? Life in the UK, 0.65200, 0.65200. Okay, so back at these highs here. For sales from down there. So yeah, potentially, because it looks like the market is obviously respecting this area here. I did say coming into the market, if we could form a lower high, respect some of these areas here and come back down, but looks like the market's actually respecting it as support, getting back above this level here. And looks like we could actually see that move higher. On the hourly time frame, we've got a nice break of structure here on the left, of these highs here. A nice break, and the market is now placing some wicks to the downside. So from an hourly perspective, it does look like the market probably will see some upside. So yeah, as of right now, buys are probably the best bet. Another move to the downside, push it back up again. But yeah, I would favor sells there, because on the higher time frames, I still do have a sell bias. You can see on the weekly chart as well, if I just get rid of those drawings, you can see the prior weekly candle, wicks to either side, a lot of indecision, failed momentum. We could be seeing the bears kick back in again bearish, or we could actually see a huge bullish candle, because indecision doesn't necessarily favor one side or the other. It just means a lack of momentum. So you could see the buyers regain that, or you could see the sellers start to come back in and see them move back down to these lows. So yeah, back into those highs there do look like a good place to sell. Obviously, it depends what you're looking for as well. I probably wouldn't look for the home run from these areas though. Most likely something back to the lows of the range there, and then probably take the profit and run. But yeah, back to those areas does look good, I do admit, for some sells at the moment. Yeah, you're right. I probably would expect price to push back up again for AU, certainly after respecting that 0.64 barrier and breaking through that hourly structure there. So yeah, AU looks like we could see some more upside. Keep an eye out for 0.65, 0.65 200, and probably can see what we can do up at those areas there. But yeah, at the moment, things are looking bullish for this guy. Your explanation is nice. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm glad. I mean, I tried to keep it as simple as not as simple as possible, but just simple enough for you guys to understand, you know, my thought process through looking at the market. Because, you know, I'm not looking for anything special, anything crazy in the markets. I'm just looking for simple consistency, you know, that allows me to trade setups that most likely will happen based on probability. And that's simply just following the market structure. If the market's trending to a particular direction and it's doing that on multiple time frames as well, I know I have a good chance that the market will continue. So I know I will be looking for sales. So I keep it simple from that structural point of view. And all I'm looking for is just, you know, levels and areas that I could enter from and take advantage of my bias, really. So yeah, there's just try to keep it simple, because simple allows for consistency. Sometimes if it's too complicated and you're a little bit all over the place, it's difficult to find consistency in that, because you know, you're not kind of fully understanding what you're doing. Obviously, if you understand it and there's a solid thought process and then there's a solid step-by-step process, and yeah, fair enough. But you don't want to make it too complicated where you're kind of everywhere at once, and then yeah, you're kind of just wasting your time. Not wasting your time, but you're doing too much for what you're trying to look for in the market. Thank you for looking at. No problem at all. Happy to help, my man. Hello, Henry. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Any pairs you're looking at, feel free to leave it down in the chat. We'll take a look. Euro pound. Okay, of course. We'll take a look at Euro pound. No problem. Any signal, please, for 0 to 30 pips. Interesting, you said 0 to 30, unless that's a typo. Because 0 pips, you just don't have to trade and you'll get 0 pips. Let's aim for 80 likes. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I mean, that would be great, guys. To be fair, we don't normally get those sort of likes, so if you start doing that a bit more consistently, that'll be fantastic. But yeah, if you are liking the stream, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does help out the stream. And subscribe if you haven't done it already as well. Make sure you have subscribed. I do go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you are enjoying the stream, finding it useful, informative, entertaining, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. And also I do post educational videos and analysis for the week as well. So if you're new, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a like. And to everyone who has already liked the stream as well, thank you very, very much for that. But yeah, I mean, the main pairs I'm looking at is gold. I'm looking at Euro USD. I'm looking to see what happens with pound, but as of right now, I'll still favor more upside for pound. Pound NZD, I'm waiting to see what we do at this level, whether we respect it or break through, because if we break through, it could be game over for pound NZD, and we could be looking at a lot more downside, back down to 1.91. So that will be me changing my bias completely for pound NZD if we do break through this. And I've gone from looking for price to come back to these highs, potentially back to these lows here if this level snaps. So we'll be interested to see what happens with that level. But yeah, we'll take a look at Euro pound for you, the pillow. Okay, so Euro pound, yeah, Euro pound would been headed to the downside for the past few days here. Really nice lower lows and lower highs in the market. I was talking to you guys about a move back down into this area down here. So back into 0.85, looking for a push into this area here. So Euro pound, we've broken through this high and the market's failed to sustain, trading above it. We did have this huge big move to the upside. Obviously that happened with the pound weakness. We did retest that support briefly, came back underneath, tried to break back above, failed to do so. So I'm looking at Euro pound heading back down to this level. We could do one or two things. We could just head straight back down, or we might want to retest this level first and then head back down. But in terms of the direction and the analysis, I am expecting price to push back into those areas. So only looking for shorts for Euro pound as long as we stay below this level, which is at 0.87. So for me, Euro pound, only looking for sells. It is retracing right now back into this level here. So this is a nice place to start looking for some shorts. As for entries, it's a little bit choppy there. So what you could do, if you want to, increase the probability of your trade playing out, wait to see if you can get a break of that support there and a retest of it, or just a breakout either. Just wait for an hourly candle closure below, or if you want to get a bit more specific, you can wait for a closure, then probably drops like the 15-minute for a retest of it for some sells. But Euro pound for me, yeah, sells are definitely the best bet for now. So we'll be looking at something like this to play out, back into these lows here, or like I said, we head to that daily zone up there at 0.87, and then we get the bigger move to the downside. Either which way, sells is still the best bet for me, and the direction that I would be expecting price to head to. Or you don't have to look for pushback down there. There's still these lows here that would provide to be some nice targets where the market could obviously react with and maybe head higher as well. So yeah, Euro pound for me, sells look like the best bet. A break of that support looks good. If you head higher, then start looking up there. But you can see the lower lows and lower highs the market's printing. So yeah, we'll be expecting the market to head low for that one. So hopefully that made sense for you. Okay, pound yen, I'll have a look see over that as well. Anus, bro, sometimes I look to take trades every day when I don't have all confirmations. What can you tell me? Thanks. Yeah, so that's just a problem with lack of clarity in what you're looking for. I know you have clarity because it's not a trade that you're looking to take, but when you fully understand what you're looking for in the market, and not necessarily just from a technical perspective either, just what you want from the market in terms of pips or monetary value, or how many percentage you're looking for at the end of the month. Once you know what you're looking for from the market, with clarity as well, and you believe that you have a trading strategy or system that can give you those returns. And again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can start small and work your way up as you get better and with more experience. Once you believe that you have a strategy that will give you those returns on average, maybe not every single month, some months will be better than others and worse than others, but on average, then you have that kind of natural discipline not to take a trade that doesn't fit your plan. Because if you have all your confirmations written out, but you're still taking trades that don't get all your confirmations, it's because you want to make money, and you want to make more money than what your system gives you. That's the only reason. Because you have clarity of what you're looking for, because a lot of people don't have clarity of what they're looking for. They just take trades whenever. So that's a big problem. But the fact that you know what to do with your confirmations, and you still take trades that don't hit those confirmations, means that you just want to make more money. Because that's obviously the reason, because why wouldn't you want to make more money? But if you know the percentage what you're looking for, and know that your system will give you the opportunities needed to hit that percentage, you won't take trades out of that, because you're not trying to do too much. You just want to get that percentage and be done. At least that's my kind of outlook I have for it, because at the end of the day, you're in control of that. You're your own employee. of yourself. You're the boss and the employee. So if your employee is just making all these mistakes, you want to make sure your employee is doing what he needs to do. So the truth is, it's just obviously just being hard on yourself and making sure you're taking the correct setups. But I feel like it does boil down to clarity in your returns, in your routine, in everything really, not just technical. Because technicals is just one part of it. Routine's a huge part. Journaling's another huge part. Data from your back testing is another huge part. Mindset is a huge part. Psychology is obviously a huge part. So you need to focus on all those areas, and all of those areas will allow you to only be taking trades that fit your plan. If you're only just focusing on technicals, then you're neglecting a huge amount of the other important stuff in your trading as well. So do get the other stuff to a high level with your technicals, and then it'll all play out. So hopefully that made sense. But yeah, pound yen, we'll take a look. And NAS as well for Cami as well, no problem. Okay, so pound yen, like I said for this one, so pound yen is still trading at that support. Let me just remove this so it's a little bit clearer to see. So pound yen is coming to a nice little area here on the full H time frame. I did say for pound yen on my weekly analysis that I'm still looking at 174 for this one to hit to, because you've just had a pretty strong candle closure above this resistance. So it tells me that most likely momentum's back in the market for the buyers, and probably to see more continuation to the upside. We had so many wicks into this area here, but finally we've seen a strong candle closure telling us that the buyers are back in, and we could be seeing a push into 174 now. So yeah, for me, bias is definitely bullish for pound yen, and we're coming into a nice area of value. You can see the structure of the market: high, higher low, high, higher low, high, and now looking for potentially a new higher low to form for the push up again. All we need to see is just a confirmation to enter the trade. Right now we've got some wicks here. Obviously this candle hasn't closed yet. Still got 28 minutes left before it closes. So if you can see a nice bullish engulfing there, a shift in momentum, that could be a nice entry signal to go long and buy it back up for another continuation higher, back into these areas up here. That would look good. Obviously, there's multiple areas to take profit there. You've got another one here, here as well. So there's multiple areas to take profit and trade to. You don't have to look for the home run every single time. But first, obviously, we want to see that confirmation candle come through. But as for areas that the market's trading in, it's a really nice area. 169, 900, really nice area. 170, great level, trend line, key resistance turn support. So it only makes sense to go long as long as we stay above that. Of course, if we break through, we might see the sells come a lot harder. So if you do break through, all of that will be turned into resistance, and we could be seeing something like that happen. So if that's the case, then I will shift it to bearish. But for now, buy is definitely best bet. So wait for the confirmations to come through. And buys look good. Buys look good for pound yen. But yeah, we'll take a look at NAS for Cami. No problem for Pello. Happy to help. Thank you, my friend. My psychology has changed a lot since I followed you. No problem. I mean, psychology is a huge part of trading, as hopefully everyone knows. Technicals is what we do tend to focus a lot of our attention on. And technicals does have a part to play, but you can see just from looking online, you can see there's so many different traders who use different strategies. There's so many different ways to trade the market. So it tells you that technicals isn't really that important, as long as you do have a strategy that does work, which you can obviously find out through back testing. And from my experience, pretty much all strategies do work. If it has a foundation, if the strategy has a pattern in the market, then it should work over a collective number of data and good risk management, of course, and risk reward. So majority of strategies do work. So A big part of trading is just, being able to trade your strategy, and then everything else with psychology, mindset, routines, a big one, journaling, collecting your back test data, live testing if needed, forward testing as well. There's so many aspects to actually trading. Technicals is just one little section that really, doesn't really matter too much, because there's so many different ways to trade the market. I could be looking at the market saying sell, and then another trader could look at the same market and actually say buy. And both of us could still have good strategies, except, at this particular time, my strategy is telling me to sell, his strategy or her strategy is telling her to buy. We both take the trade, one will be right, the other one will be wrong, but and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because in the long run, 10, 20, 30, 40 trades, both of us will be in profit. So, that's the important thing. So all the rest of it, of psychology and mindset, is where the importance lies. But Naz, we'll take a look. So, okay, we're seeing some upside. Obviously, the theme of the market currently right now is obviously dollar weakness. So indices are seeing some upside from that. US 100, US 500, US 30, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Yeah, we are seeing some upside. Obviously, silver's flying. Back to US 100. So we are approaching a very important area where price has reacted a few times now, or 3 times to be more exact. We've got one over there on the left, we've got another one there, and a third one. Hey, thank you so much, Mohammed, for subscribing to this the channel. Thank you so much. We're coming to those areas, 11,700, 11,600, we'll call it. This is probably where the market's going to come back and retest again. We came down, strong move last week. We respected these lows here, and over the past kind of few days, all the market's done is formed a low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now equal lows. And it's probably going to come back and make a higher high, or at least respect the prior high. So, US 100, your best bet for now is a push up into that level. If you do see a correction like this, maybe New York, we could head down, higher low, another push back up again. Maybe something like this, back into that area there. That could be a nice buy opportunity, or even deeper as well. If you come back to some of these areas here, I do think the buys will still be looking good for a push back up again. I do think sales will look good here, but very, I would say very short term, because the fact that we keep coming back into this level tells me that eventually we'll probably end up breaking through and see some upside, similar to what the other indices have done. You can see US 500 snap through those highs, pushing up. US 30 snap through those highs, still pushing up big time. US 100 is kind of lagging behind a little bit, if you will. So US 100 upside does look good for now, probably for the rest of the day, maybe even into tomorrow until the interest rates. So tomorrow evening. For now, US 100 will still favor buys, and then back up into that level, you probably can catch a nice move back down again. But I would favor something like this to happen, down move, probably stall a little bit, then probably go and break it. So you don't want to be pushing those short trades for too long. I know we've got some really nice reactions from this level, but our last reaction, we got to around here, the market's coming back up again. So if we do react, most likely we'll see another higher low, and then the breakout for this one. So this one's looking good for buys, back up to 11,650, we'll call it. But do watch out for the sells, because I don't think they'll go too far, and we'll probably start finding support and looking to go break out. Okay, so hopefully that made sense for that one. Hey, Harmless, welcome to the stream. What's going on, King? I'm starting my Forex journey but studying on baby pips. How long did it take you? How long did it take to start trading, not being profitable, just start trading? Are you asking how long have you been trading for? Or how long did it take for me to get profitable? well, I've been trading for over 5 years now. My first year I was a little bit on and off, but I have been trading, you know, like pretty much every day. Obviously not on the weekends. For the past 4.5 years. But yeah, I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere. I mean, baby pips. I've never actually really checked out baby pips because baby pips. I only heard about that like when I was about like 4 years into my trading. So I didn't really learn from baby pips, but I know a lot of people who started using baby pips, and baby pips is a very good way to get into trading because it gives you all the kind of components of trading, and it allows you to get a nice little foot into the door. And then the real progression is where you actually get into the market yourself and start trading, not necessarily for profit but just for experience, and experience and just experience really, to learn from your mistakes and failures, because it's definitely not a thing you're going to get overnight. How long did it take from starting to study to do your first trade? Oh no, I probably put my first trade instantly. My first trade was instantly. I probably had a demo account, which I probably, because I mean I wasn't really so, kind of structured. I was definitely probably watching a lot of YouTube videos, and then I probably had a demo account. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a demo account open straight away. So I was already trading pretty much the first day, first week that I got into trading. Obviously, it wasn't nothing really like proper. I was kind of just trading because I wanted to trade. Really, I want to see what it's all about. So yeah, I mean, there's not too much of a bigger deal. I mean, I suggest for you, as a beginner, go open a demo account as well. Just get trading, because at the end of the day, it's a demo account. It doesn't really matter. It's not actual capital, so you can look to fail big if you wanted to, or win big. Doesn't really matter. You just learn from it, and all you're doing is just dipping your feet into the market, and just getting what it feels like to actually place trades, take losses, take wins, and you start to build up, a nice, not routine because you're not really looking at that yet, but just nice experience to actually taking trades and seeing what it's like. So I do recommend to just open a demo account and play some trades. Not necessarily looking for crazy profit, and don't be too worked up if you're making profit or you're making loss. Just get into that process of taking trades. But yeah, your focus should definitely be on the studying bit though. So you're right about that. How does GJ look for now? Okay. No. How does GJ look for long now? Okay, I'll go take a look in a second. Pound USD. Okay, we'll take. Haloni, we'll take a look at pound USD. Quick look at Euro and AU. Okay, we'll take a look as well. We do have about 17 minutes left of the stream, so if anyone's looking at any pairs, feel free to leave it down in the chat before I do look to end the stream. And if you are enjoying it, please be sure to please be sure to like the stream as well, guys. I do appreciate all the nice comments you guys do leave on the stream though. I do appreciate that. But yeah, we'll take a look at pound yen. So pound yen, like I said, we need to see that change in momentum, that shift in momentum to go long. Right now, the market's still looking bearish. Obviously, this hourly candle still got 16 minutes to go. A lot can happen in 16 minutes. So, when I trade the hourly time frame, I'm normally looking at the candle with about 10 or 5 minutes to go to see what could potentially happen. But I'm always looking to enter my trades on closed candles. So, yeah, there's nothing to do here. We're at a nice area where we could look to go long and could see some upside, but it's completely up to the market whether we go up or not. It depends if we get that reaction. Right now, the market is starting to stall, starting to show some signs that we are failing to break through, but we need to see that change momentum that actually tells us that, the buyers are back in. Now you can look to buy it and see if you can get a nice move back up again. So I'd wait for that candle closure, which is obviously in 15 minutes from now. But I'd wait. It's in a good area, but no confirmation just yet. Okay, so taking a look at pound USD and euro and AU. So dollar pairs. How's gold doing? Okay, gold has come into my level, so I'll see what gold can do at this area here for some potential shorts. And if I don't get anything, I'll just wait till Thursday after the news. Okay, so pound USD. Yeah, like I said, for pound USD, right now the longs are looking the best bet. But I would say wait for one more down move first before buying. Reason being, you've already had a push here, so you don't want to be buying at the highs of the push. I know we could still potentially go further, but it doesn't really make much sense. We're seeing a lot of wicks right now failing to break through. So if you do have one more down move, look for higher low and a push higher up. You can see pound USD is failing to break through that resistance there. We did close below, but in the 4H time frame, you can see you climb straight back above again. So pound USD, I would favor the market to go higher up. But yeah, you probably want the market to retrace first before looking for those buys. But yeah, for me, pound, I do have a bullish bias for now. I'm still kind of short on pound, so I'm only looking for sales. But yeah, at the moment the structure is not quite ready for sales, so I'll be on the sidelines for pound USD. Euro USD looks a lot better for me. If I go on the 4H time frame, you can see sales from these levels where I'll be looking at. But obviously I need to see a bit more upside for that. So Euro USD sell bias as long as we stay below 0.99873. I do think we can see some downside and a push into this area, which we've kind of already seen happen, but I do think we can come down a little bit deeper. But yeah, if we do clear this resistance, that's when I'll go bullish. Look for push back to these highs here on the left, and then 1.02 up there, which is these highs over there. So yeah, Euro USD for me, sell bias now, expect the market to head lower. We'll see what we can do at these areas here. And then, yeah, see if we can get some nice sells, but nothing right now. Like I said, DXY for me is still giving me bearish price action. So I do think we can probably have a push back down to 110, 200. And that could cause Euro USD to come up a little bit further, pound USD to come up a little bit further, gold maybe as well. AUD coming into that level there as well, 0.65200. Yeah, I'll probably favor some more upside for AU as well. You can see we've also broken through the structure on the left, so that tells me that AU is most likely going to push higher. Again, don't be looking for buys at the top there. Wait for a correction back down, higher low formation, and then we can buy it back up and see if we can push back to these highs there, where sales will be looking a lot better than down here. So yeah, for what I'm seeing with the dollar pairs, dollar weakness, it is there. Probably will see it continue, but I'm still biased to the upside for dollar. I'm still bullish on dollar, so have to be patient for those setups to occur. But at the moment, I'm not really seeing any good opportunities to take advantage of some strength in the dollar. AU, Euro USD, Pound USD, gold's at a nice level, but we have no confirmation yet. So other than that, I'm not really seeing anything. So yeah, if you are looking for buys, Pound USD looks good, AUD USD looks good, a little bit of correction and some continuations higher. Can you be kind enough to analyze Euro CHF? I went long and it hit my stop loss. Okay, we'll take a look at Euro CHF. Henry, what was your entry price? What was your entry price? So I can look at your trade in a bit more detail. It was a pleasure watching your stream today. I post night from work, feeling a bit sleepy now. No problem, life in the UK. It was a great session. Happy trading to you and the subs. Much appreciate life in the UK. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow, man. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Are you thinking AUD will go down against USD? I mean, I'm short bias on AUD USD, so at the moment, yes, but we're seeing a lot of rejection here on the 4H of this level. So I would expect AUD USD to head up first. before coming back down. So as you can see with the arrows there, I would probably expect to move up higher. 0.65200 could be a place. This area could be a place. 0.64800 as well, before we do come back down. But because we've broken through that hourly structure down the left, firing some wicks to the downside, I'd favor AU to head up first before come back down. But I'm only looking for shorts for AUSD. I'm only looking for shorts, and I'm not really getting any confirmation to sell just yet. So we'll wait for some more development before going short. But yeah, if I do get short on any of these pairs, I will let you guys know in my Telegram channel. So feel free to go and check that out if you want to. Links in the description to that. And also, if you do scroll to the top, there is a link there as well to the Telegram channel. But yeah, if I do get any setups, I'll post it there. And also, if you guys are looking for a broker, I do have my affiliate link there to IC Markets. Feel free to check that out if you want to as well. But yeah, I'll take a look at your receipt, Chef. But Henry, if you could send your entry, that'll be helpful. Okay, there you have done it there. Speak of the devil. 0.99036. Okay, we'll take a look. Yeah, gold and Dijon, we'll take a look, no problem. And your USD2, we'll get onto that as well. No problem. I mean, gold is the pair I'm focusing on the most. Okay, so Euroseat Chef, 0.99036. 0.99036. 0.99036. Okay, so that's around here. Let me just mark that. Okay, so I'm assuming you're long. I'm assuming you're long bias, Henry. Yeah, I went long and hit my stop loss. Yeah. So yeah, I see why you've gone long, because obviously the trend is to the upside. The market has been pushing for a number of days. So yeah, I do understand why you've gone long. Also, the market did respect this low here on the left as well, coming into that low there, so it did look good. The only thing I would say is with the trade, it's a good kind of bias that you had, but I would say a big tip to you is to focus on the areas of the market where sellers are and buyers are. And if you have a bullish bias in the market, look to go long where the buyers are. And if you have it sounds simple, but I'll explain it in a second. But if you have a bullish bias, look to go long where the buyers are. And if you have a bearish bias, look to go short where the sellers are. And what I mean by that is, after this strong move to the upside, you can clearly see that the buyers, are down here. Well, most likely down there. Most of them are down there. You can see that from a seller's perspective. Say if you had a sell bias for this market, if you're a seller, where would you look to get involved in the market? If I was a seller, I'll probably say around here, maybe around here. Do you have a bit of a trend line here as well? So if I was using a trend line, maybe around here as well. So if I'm a seller, I'll be looking to get involved here, here, and here. And if you're going long here, the sellers are not too far away. So with this strong down move, it's just the sellers taking the market back down. If you're looking to buy, this is a much better place to buy the market. Not to say that the trade could work or fail, because that's just probability, but in terms of just entering the market at better places where you can put your stop loss in a safer place, buying around here is a much better place to get involved with the market, even with this huge down candle. Don't let that put you off. If the market's in a good area to buy and show confirmations, look to go long in these areas, and you can probably have a much better trade, and the profit will be a lot more as well. So the bias, I understand. I'll still have a long bias for this one as well, but because the market is obviously formed a high, it's formed a lower high here. These are signs that the sellers are stepping in at these areas. So if I'm a seller, I would sell here. So if you're looking to go long here, you're not too far from the sellers. You want price to come back down first, or break through this and use it as support. That'd be better, a better a better entry as well. So yeah, I understand where you've gone long, good opportunity, but I feel like you probably hit the stop loss just because you entered the market a little bit too high up into the market where sellers will be looking to short the market back down. So yeah, buys from here will be a lot better. Again, probably can get a move back up into this area, and then potentially could see the seller step back into the market, another lower high, and then we could actually roll over back down again. Who knows, or we might start flying and go bullish. That's obviously a possibility as well. So yeah, as traders, we want to be buying and selling in the best areas possible. Not necessarily guessing where the market could go, because we're not investors, we're not analysts, we're traders first. Analyst second, trader first. So make sure you're buying and selling in the right areas. Okay, we'll take a look at gold and Euro USD. Was 30 pips in profit, but greed got the best of me. Now I'm in 60 pips in negative. Yeah, it does get like that sometimes. I mean, the only thing you can do there is obviously have a set plan in place and do your best to follow it, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing you've got to stand on is your plan. And if you haven't got it written out, because I know a lot of people probably have their plan in their head, which is not a good thing, because your head can sometimes deceive you. Sometimes you're like, for example, with the greed, sometimes you be telling yourself, stay in the trade a little bit longer, milk the trade a little bit more. There's more pips available, and your plan will go to the back of your head, and at the front of your head will be the greedy thoughts. So you want to have it like, I've got it on my computer, but some people like to write it out by hand, which I do like as well. And just have it in front of you, because, once you see it physically, it's a lot easier to follow, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, that battle against greed and fear is just a part of the market. And sometimes it will get the better of you, even if you've got a lot of experience, that is a fact. But as you progress, it will get easier. But yeah, gold. So gold, looking at shorts for this one, coming to a really nice area where I'm looking for us to roll over. I do have a bearish bias in gold. I'm looking at us taking out these lows here. So far, we've seen a pretty strong move here, but I'm still looking for that lower high. You can see you had the high there, higher low, higher high. I just made a new lower low. So I'm looking at us rolling back over, back down to these areas. So now that we're tapping into that level, could get a nice short potentially, soon. I mean, this candle's about to close in 2 minutes, so definitely no short at the moment, but could be seeing shorts later on. If I don't get a short later today, I'll just wait for Thursday, because I don't really want to enter a trade just before the interest rates, because there's a big chance of me getting wicked out and stuff like that, and it's just too stressful as well. So I'll just wait for after before getting involved. But yeah, gold sell bias, looking for us to come back down. Euro USD, similar kind of setup there, looking for a push back down, coming into these areas. Could see some nice downside, 0.996 and 0.998, because this I'm looking at as a big fake out of that high. We've come back down, looking to see if you can react with this area and see some more downside for Euro USD. So bias for Euro, as long as we're below this level, sell bias. If you do break above, that's when I do see the bias stepping back in. Push back up into that resistance will look good, and then probably a lot further as well. But for now, Euro USD sell bias, and we can see what we do up there. But yeah, we'll have to be a little bit patient with Euro USD. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. No problem, Henry. Happy to help. Matic coin. What is Matic coin? Never looked at that in my life. Is it this one? I'm assuming it's this one. Or this one. Yeah, let me know what it is. I'll take a look, because I've never looked at that before in my life. If it is this one, then buys are starting to look pretty good at these lows here. Coming into that range there, buys are definitely your best bet. But yeah, never looked at this in my life. There's always the first time for everything. But yeah, if you're looking at this market, buys do look good. Obviously, coming to these lows here, you've got low, lower low, equal lows, higher high. Past that point, could be seeing another higher low push back up into maybe this area. But yeah, it's just a big range really. So best way to play a range, obviously buy low, sell high. But yeah, I've definitely not looked at this market before. Definitely not looked at that market. But yeah, anyway, I'll be looking at gold and see what happens with this entry signal, because it is pulling back quite nicely. So I'll see what I can get on the following candle. Euro USD, probably will see when that come higher. Pound, not really interested in right now. Pound NZD, I'll see what happens if you can break through that support or retest the level above it. Now I can see what we can do. But yeah, gold, Euro USD is probably the main pairs I'm interested in right now. How did pound yen close? Oh, did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that either. Okay, so how did pound yen close? Okay, pound yen did see a nice bullish candle, but we haven't cleared the highs yet. So I'll wait for a second candle to confirm that, to confirm momentum's coming back in. I do like the wicks, but we haven't got the engulfing, so we haven't fully got the shift of momentum just yet. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, gold is what we're looking at to see if we can get some shorts. So yeah, guys, I've come to the end of the stream. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, found it useful. If you have, please be sure to leave a like on the video. It does really help out the stream and the channel. And subscribe if you haven't done it already. Join the fam. Join the family. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming onto the stream. It will be the same time again tomorrow, because obviously the UK, our clocks have gone backwards. So it might be, like an hour late for you guys, but it's on time for me. So it will be the same time again tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure other countries will push their clocks back as well. So it will line up with some more countries next week. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the stream. Like I said, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, no problem. Happy to help. Great analysis and great advice, Miko. No problem, Richard. Happy to help, my man. But yeah, guys, hope you have a fantastic day. Stay safe in the markets. We do have a lot of news tomorrow, so if you are trading dollar pairs, be careful. Tomorrow evening, be careful. But I'll let you guys know if I do get into gold on my Telegram group, so feel free to check it out. Link in the description. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.
What?